Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Olivia Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Y'all know the drill. I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media. If that is you and you're looking, you feel like a stranger in your own country, you feel like you're not earning your worth, you feel like you want to learn new skills, but you don't know how to monetize offline or online, that's really up to you. Then drop absolutely. You can just drop hashtag hybrid. Today, we're going to be talking about how to walk with presence. And I got this message because I realized when I was online, a couple of days ago, I had a workshop on how to show up on social media. And I thought that, the conversation that I had this morning, it's like, I feel like I'm just not enough. And if I'm bouncing, it's just because I'm on my bouncing ball. I have a bouncy ball. It actually really does help for the back. So if you guys don't have that, highly recommend. I mean, I got it on Hourglass. It's a simple bouncing bag, So if you see me bounce up and down, it's just because it's the medicine ball. I could probably blow it up a little bit more, but that's okay. Who cares at this point? We're not here to have a whole conversation, but to share what has worked for me. And when I talk walking confidence, walking with presence, is I want you to see this in this memory where have you ever you hear that song, Brandy? Have you ever loved somebody so much? Anyways, so it has to be like a lingering smell. When you walk into a room and you have somebody that smells really, really nice, you're like automatically your olfactory things is either, ooh, smells nice, or ooh, don't really like that, or has you remind you of somebody else. But there's something in there where there's a presence, right? I always say Wi-Fi, you can't feel it, you can't see it, but you can feel it. You know it's working because I can connect right now. Right. And that's what I want you to have as a presence when you show up on social media. I want you to be at a standard where you're going to be walking, Anita, where you're going to be walking, hey, Clara, Yasmina, where you're going to be walking into that presence, right? So that's what I want you to have. Now, does that mean that I look at you as if, oh, I'm better than you? No, I'm not better than you. I'm just the same. But there are some energies with some people, I'm like, I'm definitely better with you, better than you, and I will show you. Some people you don't have to show. You're just like, the presence is enough. I don't have to talk to you, that I know exactly who I am. And if you don't like me, that's fine. If you do, great, right? Because there's an elevation, right? So I want you, number one, is to hold yourself in a standard. So I have these 4 things that I gave in the team. I told them to write things that stand out that you want people to, when they know or hear of your name, just like Jeff Bezos, be a brand so strong that even when you're not in the room, your name is mentioned. Even when you're not in the room, your name is mentioned. So for me, it's excellence. For me, it's energy. For me, it's execution. For me, now there's this new word, eternal. And this new word is so energy, excellence, empathy, execution, and eternal. I want my whole brand. So when you think of Olivia Igwe, you think of those words. I want to elevate you. Why? Because I want us to be a better version of us. I don't want you to look in a couple of years and say, oh, I could have, should have done this, when you could have just like walked into a room, right? Because the thing is, like, there's so many of us that live like ants, but you want to be the queen in your life. Just like when I date someone, like, my goal is to stand out. Your exes were SITCH, right? SHIT, whatever. So I'm going to be the better version. Right? And I know it's very graphic, but I want you guys to understand, right? So number one is I want you to know your worth. What is your worth? What are you worth? Now, when I say worth, like, know your stuff. What is it that you are really good at and that you can build on and you can show up every single time on the go? What is that? I don't know what that is for you, right? But it's knowing your knowledge. I'm good in fashion. And I know some of y'all, because, when you guys start with the supplements, some of you guys like don't know, like, okay, what to say. I'm not asking you to be perfect. But what I'm asking you is, like, what do you feel to drink? Like, I feel much more energized. So I'll talk about it. I'll have it in my stories. I'll have it everywhere. It's everywhere. I'm part of the brand, right? And so you want to be associated, but you want to know the knowledge that what you have to bring is goodness. I won't talk to you about diabetes because I don't know one thing. But I'll talk to you about abortion because I've been through it. I'll talk to you about supposed to get married, but then I didn't get married because the guy dumped me when I was in Spain. Like, I'll talk to you about that because I've been through it. I only talk about things that I know. And I'll be honest, there are some things I don't know. I will tell you. I don't have the answer. I can support you with my energy. I can support you with my presence, but I don't have the answer, Leandra. I don't have the answer, Anita, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So number 2 is the love. Is I love myself regardless. But it didn't take me, I can say now today, like, I love me. I wasn't able to say that a couple of years ago because I just didn't really love myself. But I had to get to a place where I had to get better. So when I say loving me, there's boundaries. I don't like your vibe. I ain't hanging out with you. I'll tell you point blank face. A friend was talking about doing, of having like a Halloween party, whatever. I was like, I'm sorry. Tomorrow we have a training for network marketing that I'm going to. I'm not getting into like an outfit for you. I respect that this is something really important to you, right? No shade, nothing at all. I just can't live up to that standard. And if you really want me there, like in an outfit, I can't come, we'll do something else. I said it. Wow, that's honest. Yeah, because you want honesty, right? Love has to have boundaries, but love also has the validation that I know what is good for me. So what is it good for you, Anita? What is it good for you, Yasmina? What is it good for you, Sarah? What is it good for you? I don't know what it is, but loving you first, where you put you first, every single day I try and put myself first, just in order to fuel my cup so then I can fuel the rest, right? So I want you to start fueling you inside to understand how you can get better, right? Walking with your presence is knowing your worth. That if somebody says, Ed, like, or trying to say something bad about you, you're like, I got enough weight. I got enough pressure that you can't tell me what not to do. You can't divert me to network marketing. It's the best profession on the market. You can't tell me anything about entrepreneurship. It's the toughest thing on the planet, but I wouldn't change it for the world. You can't tell me anything about PM International Fitline. The products are amazing. I believe it. You can't change that. Now, is that different to you? Okay, fine. But that's your judgment. That's not mine. Right? I know what kind of love I want. I know what kind of wedding I want. I know what kind of things work for me. And it doesn't mean that it has to not suit you. It just understands that the other person in front of you doesn't have anything. Because let me tell you this, once somebody has fear, once somebody senses something within you, ooh, they can attack you because they know all the point pressures within your body. Whereas when I tell you like network marketing is the best, you can't know. I've been talking about it for 4 years. You ain't diverting me on anything else. You don't like it, boo-boo? Find something else. I always say, find somebody else your own size. Because I've put myself knowing your stuff, loving you. You love you. And that's the biggest thing that if you could take out of this, is if you can put yourself first. You can love yourself first. Put the mask of oxygen first. It's game over. But then you fall in love with the process of getting better and always pushing yourself every single day, like doing one more rep, right? Today we had toes to bar. No, we had pull-ups to do, right? I decided to do 15 instead of like 35 because I can't do 35. Like my arms, the workout, I'd still be working out until Christmas, okay? But I decided to do something that was difficult. Why? Because I am pushing my mental game. What are you pushing every single day? Sarah, what are you pushing? Lena, what are you pushing to yourself, right? And last thing I will leave you with this is you've got to leave people with excellence. Every room, every day, everywhere I try and go, every conversation I try and have, I always want to leave you with something that will stretch you in some way, shape, or form. There was somebody that I was talking to and she was saying, yeah, I haven't been to the gym, whatever. I'm trying to get back, blah, blah, blah. I'm just flowing with like my intuition. I was like, intuition and consistency is completely different. Right? Consistency is saying you're going to show up on Monday, you're going to show up on Wednesday, you're going to show up on Friday. And there's no in between. Like I'm doing it, right? I'm doing it. I'm consistent. The flow is like, hey, I'm going to see if I'm going to do Pilates or I'm going to do CrossFit or whatever. That is the flow. But the consistency of you getting better and better, saying Monday I go, Wednesday I go, Friday I go, because I don't override my emotions or my mind overdoing it. I said I was going to do it, I'm going to do it. That makes sense? Because you're promising to yourself what you say you're going to do. And I want you to do that every single day, to promise to yourself what you say you're going to do. Because if you keep that standard high of yourself and you expect excellence automatically, your energy is different. I expect excellence every single day. I speak the words. I say what I say. I have to keep that excellence because I said and I promised to myself what I said I was going to do. And so that's my message for you, how to walk with presence, is to know your stuff, know what you have to offer to the table. What are your values? What do you bring? I'm not talking to you about maths. I don't have anything with maths. I can't talk to you about 9 to 5, about loving the 9 to 5. Not for me, right? I'll talk to you about entrepreneurship. I'll talk to you about network marketing. I'll talk to you about how to make money. That's it. I don't have any skin in the game of talking to you about, how to do butterfly kicks or CrossFit, like the super technical stuff. I don't care. Not my thing. I just want to know how to do it, how to get there, and we're out, right? That's me, but that's not everybody, right? Second is to love thyself. Love yourself. Now, not love yourself as, I just love me. I love the fullness of me. I love the roles that I have. I love the person that I'm becoming because I'm getting better and better. And the last thing is always to lead and leave people with something. Even in the fitting room today, I talked to this new girl, Talita, and she just joined a couple of days ago. And so conversation was just to leave her with a bit of inspiration. Like, how are you doing? You're doing good. Have an awesome day today. That could just be a little conversation of people being like, oh man, I feel loved, right? Because it's kind of daunting to go to a new gym and you don't know anybody, right? And I had seen that she was new, so I was like, oh, let's try to have a conversation. I could have had a conversation the first day, but whatever. All right. But I decided to have a conversation on Friday. So she said Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the third day, right? Because she was changing, whatever. So we had a conversation. It's always cool to have somebody like a face that familiar, like, hey girl, like cool, right? It's always a little bit more daunting, but you're leaving somebody with something. And that's how you're going to grow your excellence. That's how you're going to grow your presence, because you leave people a better way. There's a kind of sense, there's a kind of aroma when you leave with that presence and you're like, it smells nice. Like you smell nice, right? And I know it smells nice, but could you lead with more love, with more positivity? I don't have anything negative if I'm not saying anything. You're going to have to really roll me down to get me to tell you if something is really going on. Why? Because there's just some things I don't want to drain the energy. I want to uplift it. So how can we uplift each other and say, hey, how are we doing? Hey, what's going? Because when you lead with presence, Sasha, when you lead with presence, and Anita, when you lead with presence, Yasmina, automatically it shifts. Because you have value, you have weight. And that's how you lead. And it could be literally a conversation. I'll leave you with this. I know I keep on saying I'll leave you with this, but yesterday, I finished workout, right? Disgusting workout, 35 minutes of, I don't even know, 100, we had 100 sit-ups. I've told Faye, I was like, I don't want abs. The guys were like, you already have abs. I'm like, fair point. There was this lady, an auntie, and I was going my way wherever I was going, and I could see she had a trolley. And she was going to get onto the train, but there's no elevator. Nothing at all. So I said, hey, auntie, I'll bring your stuff upstairs. So I had to walk. Now, was this a detour to get to oh, absolutely it was. But by me just holding and bringing her stuff onto the fourth platform is where we had to go. And there was thousands of stairs, and she would have, I don't even know if she would have made it on time to get up there, right? Had I not helped her out. But because I helped her out, that just led with presence. And she was so thankful for it. And I'm like, that's fine. And her name was Agata, right? Or Agata. I think that's Agata. She probably has a bit of French, although she seemed Nigerian, but that's another subject to another day. I just helped her out. That could be leading with kindness. Presence is just leading with kindness. That's it. Okay, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. If this resonates, share with a friend. If you're looking to make some money and you're looking to work on social media to have an extra income, 500 to 1,000 pounds, 2,000 if you really want it, because let's make some real money, then absolutely drop #hybrid. That's pretty much it. Be you do. The world does not dictate who you are, but you dictate the world. Talk to you later. To do.